Hey guys, it's been an exciting weekend. We had a lot of leaks from the Gwent Open, and I just wanted to highlight some cards that I think are good in Arena, and why I think that. So let's get started. First one is Tourney Joust. Remove an enemy unit's shield and either damage it by 3 or give an allied unit a shield and boost it by 3. So the reason I like this card is because it's modal. You can do offensively or defensively, protect something of your own, or remove protection from your opponent's unit and deal 3 to it. And I really value that kind of stuff. I like modal cards and I like it being flexible. And this is one of the cards that I think will be good, as just a bronze card that you have that, helps you set up for future plays and protect something that you need, to stick around. So next up we have in Duchess's Informant. 4 power, spying, deploy, spawn and play a base copy of an enemy non-spying unit. So hopefully whatever you copy is going to be 4 power or more, or else you're going to be losing points. But the two things that I want you to consider with this card is that A, you can copy big deploys, and B is when all the stuff is flying around, the damage and stuff like that, and everybody's been reduced to the low power, the abilities have been used, Herald's ability has been used, Ada's ability has been used. You can play this and copy the unit and get its base copy. So that means you get a base power of that unit. So imagine having a spear tip, getting him brought down to 1 or something, or low, and copying it. That's quite good for you. So I think the floor in this card is mid-level, but the ceiling is pretty high. So that's why I like this card. Next up is Water of Brokilon. Spawn and summon a Dryad Fledgling to an allied row. If you control the Dryad, spawn and summon 2 Dryad Fledglings to an allied row. So if you're wondering what a Dryad Fledgling is, it is a 3-point card with Harmony, and it's a Dryad. And you guys know how I feel about Harmony. I think because of the nature of Arena, where you can get a lot of different cards, a mishmash of cards, you can pick many different races, and they have to be from Scoia'tael, of course, but I mean, playing that, getting 2 3-point units with Harmony, and then playing a bunch, it's like getting Thrive, right? And I think 2 Thrive units for 1 card is good. I mean, of course you have to have a Dryad, but let's say you do. I think the ceiling on this card is quite high, so definitely something to look out for, especially when you're picking, to pick Dryads maybe, or pick lots of different races and make use of this card, because I think it can really rack up quite a lot of points. This one, Sangreal, is not as powerful, but I think it's very useful. It's boost a unit by 6 and give it a shield. And I think what I like about this card is that it's a better swallow because it gives it the 6 points immediately and then protects it. And that's it. Nice and simple and clean. I think this is going to be a good card, especially if anything else gives less points than it. I think it's going to be useful. I mean, it's a great second to last play, because if your opponent has their leader ability like Herald or something, or Ada, you can play this second to last card. They have to use their leader ability at some point, but they have to get rid of the shield first, right? So if they don't have a ping, then that thing's protected. Roderick of Duntin. 2 power, spying, deploy, look at 2 random gold cards from your deck and play 1. Hey, it's not Willem, because Willem pulls it out randomly, and this one gives you choice. And man, I love choice. So the fact that it gives you choice is definitely putting it way up there in my pick order when I'm building my deck. And a big thing is that it gives you 2 gold cards. So it's not like you're picking from, just bronzes and stuff like that. So you're going to get something good. But remember, with these kind of cards, always check to see what you have left in your deck so that you can get the most value out of your choices. Let's see here. Oh, next guy we got is the Fisher King. So this guy is 4 power, deploy range, put any card from your deck at the top. So in round 2, when you're at 6 cards and they're at 5 and you had lost round 1, so you want to get to round 3, these are the kind of cards I like to play because it sets up for your round 3. That's basically it. Or you can set up a lot of cool things with, reveal the top card of your deck and, boost yourself and stuff like that. So definitely, I like this card, and I think the floor is pretty high, and I think the setup for round 3 is very valuable, especially since I don't think in Arena that last say is that important. So you're okay to just lose round 1 and then set up round 2 and then, you know, beat him in a nice long round 3 when you have your best cards in your hand. Regis Bloodlust. 4 power, deploy, damage an enemy unit by 4, reach 2, death blow, banish it. So it basically has the same ability as Ifrit and Kyrenex, except if you want to hit the back row, it's row locked, and it has an extra ability where if you kill something, you banish it, which can be useful if in case they want to try and revive it, or if they want to use it for some purpose later on, like to, I don't know, eat it with Osrel or something. So this card, if you value Kyrenex, if you value Ifrit, which I do because they basically give you 8 points and it can swing the tempo in your favor, then pick this card. What's next? Oh, Protofelder. 4 power, deploy, damage an enemy unit by 3, dominance, drain an enemy unit by 3 instead. This card is dope. It gives you 7 points right off the bat, and if you get the drain, it's just extra bonus for you. So floor is 7 points and drain is the ceiling, so definitely a good card to pick, and I would be happy to pick it anytime. Damien de la Tour. 4 power, order, refresh your leader's ability. I know you can't pick your leader before you pick this card, but I think it's great to refresh any leader ability. Brewer, you can get 1 more move. Maybe you put something into a Ragnarok row, or you know, you get to protect something with Morhan Voorhees, or you get to return a Nilfgaard unit and play it again. With there's a lot of ways to use this order ability, but the big thing is if you have any of the 8-point leaders like Ada or Harold, and this is your second last card, and use their ability, refresh it, and use the ability again, that's a lot of points. So yeah, this card, I think in my opinion, is going to be something that I pick. I'm going to be sad not to pick, and I'll be looking to pick it because I think that the ceiling is super duper duper high, and I know I can't pick my leader right away, so I won't know if I even get that much value, but if I do, oof, this is going to be quite the finisher. Next up is Queen of the Night. 5 power, deploy melee, give an enemy unit bleeding for 4 turns, deploy ranged purify unit. So this has lots of flexibility. You can either deal 4 damage over time or purify something, so you can get rid of vitality on your opponent's unit, bleed on yours, a shield, whatever, man. Whatever you need to get rid of, you can get rid of. So I like the modal ability of this card. I like the modal nature of it, the fact that it can be offensive or defensive, or maybe offensive, use purify offensively. So this card is definitely something that, you know, it doesn't look so powerful at face value, but if you look at the flexibility of its abilities and what it can offer, it's good in almost any situation, right? You can, if you can't use the purify, then you damage something for 4 over time, right? And if you know it's not worth the points, then you need to get rid of something like a bleed on your unit because you need this for it to stay alive, then you can do that. So yeah, this card's good. Next up, Sigvald. 6 power, order, damage a unit by 1, reach 2, cooldown 1, berserk, damage a unit by 2 instead. So there is a Scoia'tael archer, I forget the card name, but it deals 1 damage every turn, and this is basically that but with 1 more power. And if your opponent tries to get rid of it and doesn't kill it right away outright and only just deals damage to it, then it's dealing 2 every turn, so they basically shot themselves in the foot. So this card, if you like the archer that deals 1 damage, or any card that deals 1 damage every turn, then this card is a must pick. Nut the Callous. Newt? Knut? I have no clue how to say this name. It's 6 power, deploy, damage an allied unit to the right by half its power, then damage an enemy unit by that amount. So this unit, you know, requires you to have a lot of selection in the cards if you already played, because you need a wide range of powers to get the best value out of it, so you can pick and choose how much power you want to deal to the enemy unit to kill something outright or damage just by enough that you can do something else to it. And I think that flexibility really puts it higher as a pick in my book, because you know, with Cyclops you have to outright kill the unit. And this one, the unit stays around, so if it has a passive ability that you like, then you can, you know, you can keep it around and still have it do its thing. Well, with Cyclops you have to actually eat it. And same thing with this, you can boost something really high and then use the power and shoot it at something else in case later something. How many times have you boosted something with Garrison and they play a super annoying unit and you can't deal with it, but now with this you can take a bit of that power from that unit and then shoot it so you can deal with that annoying thing. And it's not roll locked either, so that's what I think makes it good. It's flexibility. You can do a lot of things with it, but it does require you to have units on the board. So that is one downfall of it. Anyway, those are the cards that I thought were good, the ones that really stood out to me that I think will be good in Arena. And hopefully we get to see more cards this week, and it's really close to the release date. I think it's next week, the 28th. So everybody, you should go pre-order those bundles because the card back is sick. It looks so cool, that 3D effect. And Unseen Elder is one of my favorite leaders, and his skin looks pretty cool, pretty slick. He looks pimped out. So I definitely think that it's good value and we should support the game. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll put up some more Arena videos, and it'll be the last few Arena runs before the expansion's out, so we won't we're gonna get to see, you know, say goodbye to this Arena meta, and we'll see what comes up in the new one. So I'll talk to you guys later, and peace out.